Right now we're heading down to an area that we've been pre-fishing, and we've really sharpened our game. We're going to leave these Dorado behind us. I've marked this spot on my plotter, although the water's moving around quite a bit here. We've got about a knot and a half current. But we're going to go ahead and head down to this buoy here, and we're going to start off dragging some lures. We had one of our best days that actually it was the best day of blue marlin fishing I've ever had. I don't get as many opportunities as a lot of guys to fish blue marlin because I'm from Southern California, and we spend most of our time fishing up there. But 2 days ago we had 13 blue marlin bites, and we were successful for 6 blue marlin. Whoa. We had 2 over 400. Whoa. We had 1 over 300. We had 1 over 250, and another one that was right in the 225. And anyways, they were all kind of stacked at about that weight. The ones that got away were probably around the same average. And we did most of those on the lures. Most of the guys that come to this buoy immediately will put out live baits. They'll catch some skipjack or some bolitos, and they'll sit there and walk lures or walk the live baits around the buoy. Knowing that these guys are already here and they're already walking live baits around, I'm going to go in there and we're going to do a couple tacks with our lures and see if around the perimeter of the buoy, say even a mile out, if there's any that have moved off. And we've been pretty successful in the last couple of days of doing this. I've been watching the tides as these fish have been biting, and we've been seeing more fish. We've been raising more fish on the low slack, and after that the stuff was a little bit deeper. So what we did was we changed our tactics from lure fishing to live bait fishing, and within 45 minutes of live bait fishing we had about a 425-pound blue on the string. So,
well, Todd, that's a perfect example of why pre-fishing the tournaments are so important. Right?
Exactly. So now what we've done is we've put some data together. We're able to put this data on the plate and say, okay, this is how we're going to start our deal. You know, we know that on the tide that these things have been coming up on the lures really well for us, and maybe they're coming up well for us and not well for others. Maybe we just got lucky and put something together behind the boat that's working really well, and it's raising fish. We've got an assortment of teasers which we'll go through today. We're rigging some of our lures with ballyhoos, so we've got skirted ballyhoos on chugger heads, ProSoft lures that have been phenomenal for us. And then we've got, on the inside pattern, we're running strip teasers, big ProSoft Grandmaster, short corner, and then fishing some Zucker lures right behind those, some 5.5s. And for some reason, everything's just come together, and they've just been climbing on what we've got behind the boat. You throw all that into the mix of a boat making the right noise and having the right RPM, and you're going to have good days. First started out in this career, I started out on party boats, and I was able to bring my boys out and have them go fishing for the day. But 11 years ago, when I started doing what I'm doing now in the private yacht world, traveling a lot, I wasn't able to include my family as much anymore. I was sure I could fly them down for a week, but my son graduated high school this year, and as a graduation gift, I let him and his buddy come down and fish the Bisbees and fish the Los Cabos, and they're going to fish the Marina El Cid Billfish Classic. And it's been a great experience for him and a great experience for me, because I finally feel like I'm passing something on.